Alright, let's see if this works. This is What's Up Dave for April 2017. It's about 10 a.m. I am actually streaming this from the PC, just as for a change of pace. Let me take a look at... It's asking me to re-enter passwords and things. Annoying. I'm just trying to log into my YouTube account and see if the stream is streaming. Is there audio? Roll 20. Okay, so that sounds alright. So again, it's this is the What's Up Dave stream. This is the stream I do every morning just to catch people up, friends to be, people who are otherwise following me for whatever reason. And the goal is to just go over stuff that's I'm doing. You know, so some of the things today are, you know, this, just go over yesterday's sheet. I have a different camera setup here, so I'm quite not as flexible as the Mac setup yet, but I thought I would just try this out. Plus, this allows me to stream games from the PC. It seems to be working. This microphone is not bad either, apparently. So, let's see, what are we doing today? We are going to look over this. And I'm already kind of missing the other camera. Yesterday was a good day. I'm looking at the screen on here. Yesterday was a day of meetings. You know, from here, you know, all through basically 4 p.m. That was a big block of meetings and lunch and errands too, but I was kind of fried by this time. And the rest of the day I spent working in a WildStar housing. WildStar being a video game that I played for a while. It's the video game that I probably am most attached to in terms of community. But yeah, some other things that are going on. Let's see if I can pull this camera up without breaking everything. So, as I set up this monitor on the right to be a vertical monitor. And this actually gives me a little bit more space on the right side, which makes it feel less cramped, which is nice. It helps this entire setup. And then over here, like that's the new garbage can. To the right of it, that's the old garbage can, which was very small and hard to put things into. And I think it's good if it's next to you at the toilet, but it's not so good as an office garbage can. So that was, I guess, those are the big new things today. Today, what am I doing? I need to fill out one of these new sheets. Today, I want to get off the stuff that I didn't finish yesterday. And again, I'm learning that maybe like four hours of talking to people or doing synthesis work, that's like things like programming or script writing or anything that involves a kind of creativity, making something new that didn't exist before, or processing stuff that needs to be turned into something else, transformed. Those are difficult, especially if you're building the tools and you're building it from scratch. Video games, though, have a lot of that structure already built in, so I guess I can go longer for those kind of things. So this is like a good 6-hour block of gaming-related stuff, plus this crash I had at 6 because my head was so out of it at that point. I had a big headache from all the previous work in the day. But I thought I would share like some of what I'm doing in WildStar, just so people know what I'm talking about. So if I've set this up correctly, I'm going to display full screen now. You can go in the chat room as well, but we'll just go this way. And looks like we've lost the webcam though, because it should be here. It's in the wrong place. Actually, I guess we don't want that there. Display. That's display. This is display full screen, but we'll go with display. Because it looks like... Oops, I broke everything. There's two different modes. There's a game mode and there's a game capture mode, which is more efficient. Hopefully this works. I don't see it working. Oh, because this is probably windowed full screen. Annoying. Where's the options? Configure video. No, this is full screen. Alright. This doesn't always work right. So we'll go display full screen. Go back to the game. And make sure that this is set up to borderless windowed. That should display properly. Okay. This is not ideal, but these games, the game capture doesn't always work. Because each game initializes differently. I don't hear desktop sound either, which is an issue. Let's see, audio input capture. Nope, we want settings, audio. It should be capturing for the codec. Well, it doesn't look like it is. Well, we won't worry about it. There's some sound coming in here. It's still nighttime, it looks like. So what I've been working on is like this entire area. So this is Hyboria. This is the custom housing plot that characters in this game can have. And the theme of mine is it's a big giant hay farm. This lagging is pretty bad. So this whole part here on the left is new. This is a kind of a bug cracker factory or retail outlet. One of the characters in character activities is making bug crackers. And that's interesting. None of the interactables are working. Some weird stuff is going on. Maybe it's a video RAM issue. So these are all built out of components like individual crates, individual desks, these cardboard boxes I've been stacked and scaled, this oven, these things I've put onto the oven, the lighting, these planks, all these things have been like placed. What these look like when you're empty is different. Let me see if I can go to one of my old plots. Does visit work? Visit, what's that guy's name? No, we won't bother with it. The other thing I'm building was this fried chicken stand. But although there are no chickens in the game, so I might have to use pigs instead. The conceit behind this is that there's this NPC, non-player character race in the game called the Pell. And the Pell are this ancient race, and the conceit is the ancient race knows how to make amazing fried chicken. So we must go to their places and take their fried chicken recipes and create fried chicken stands. The inspiration of this is, apparently there's a thing called Afghanistan fried chicken, and this is a thing that I guess happens in New York City, but it's been spreading around the United States, in which a bunch of, immigrants have found profit in creating fried chicken stands and making really good fried chicken. And it's not owned by a central franchise, but everyone takes the same name. So it's kind of almost like a food meme. And so this is what I've been working on, spending hours. I also rebuilt the mailbox area, so it's just kind of this place. But yeah, so one of the ideas behind this overall plot is to create these lines of sight. So as you come off of the platform, you can see down. Look, there's something way down here, and then you see stuff on the left that you might check out. There's a gate. I'm trying very hard to guide the eye to look at the right things. So that's why these banners are so big. Well, one is the fried chicken franchise, but also it draws your eye up to the top where you wouldn't ordinarily see this sign, which is the entrance to Hyboria. As you're walking down this thing, if you happen to look to the right, it looks like there's a path there that you can go down there, or you can just go way down this path. This probably opens up. If someone turns to look to the right, they see a building that's revealed. You can't see all of this at once. The idea is to reveal it. And there's a well, and there's a tree that's also blocking some stuff. But you can choose to go this way. If you want to go this way, you see some stuff to the left. You crest this hill, and then you can see the main view here. You also see some people up there looking at the view. If you go into this arch thing, There's a secret house that's down here that's empty right now. But then if you go up here, there's a spaceship, which is ostensibly the cargo shipping for the hay supply, which is what Hayboria is selling. Hay. Lots of hay, as you can see. I'm trying to hide the edges of the horizon with these things. If you go all the way up to it, and the WildStar housing backstory is that these are housing plots that are floating in the sky. WildStar is a science fiction type of game. If you go all the way up to the edge, you can see the edges of the housing plot, and there's nothing below there but clouds. So this is kind of a sacrificial zone just to make it look like it goes on forever. There's little paths that lead you down different areas. If you keep going around this way, past the Hugelhenge, this is kind of a dead area. This is where all the markets and shops used to be. But again, here's some more line of sight stuff. There used to be a tiny tree up there, so you could, if you went through this thing, you would see this tree ending at this rainbow here. But I've taken that out. I had to put it back. It just looked awkward from the other view, so I took it out. A lot of housing plots are very dense, the other people's housing plots, but I've tried to have it like long views because that's something interesting to me from an environmental design perspective. Here's a hot spring that I need to add some steam to. Then if you go back this way, then there's this camping area. This is designed to actually come from the other side as you're looking this way. So if you're looking back this way, you'll see this if you had rounded and come around the other way. This is that farming area again. But if you'd come down from, again, the market area, there's the entrance. And if you didn't look right, if you didn't go to the right side, you would have come down here, you would have seen this like gazebo. You would have seen the farm stuff. You would have been caught an inkling that there's something over there to check out to. And then you see these people standing up in the sky there. That implies that there's something there to look at. If you go down this way, this light designs attention to pull you into this area, which is kind of like a wild garden area with a dartboard and a gazebo and a big pumpkin. But behind all this stuff, this is where Sri's house is, which is hidden, which is kind of like a modern Oran house. Let's put here on the edge. Before, in the old version of the game, oh, you can actually see the ground now. It used to be that you couldn't see the planet, but this used to give you like a... This is great. I'm glad that's back. You could see how high you were up, and it would give you a sense of scale. So it looked like a kind of like a big plate glass window. That's why I built the house in the corner here of the plot. But then if you went down back out this way, then you could see down another long view. Like, okay, there's stuff that's over here to be seen, and then you come into it and you see all that stuff. So I spent like probably hundreds of hours just placing and arranging and moving everything around so I have that line of sight feel. So it looks like a lived-in place that has a function. There's a pile of sandbags. Each of them are individually selectable, or actually each pile is individually selectable. These trees replaced. This tractor is made of small other components that I've put together to make it look kind of like a hover tractor. This building here is actually a feature that you can plug in, but the rest of the house that's connected to it are individual walls and things that were moved into place. So there's a creative aspect to this. Plus I guess the environmental design part of this is what I think I like playing with the game. Plus being able to like bring people into this thing and then pretending about making up stories about being a farmer in the science fiction world is kind of enjoyable. So that's what I've been doing. That's WildStar. That's where I've been spending my downtime. Leave now. Back to webcam. So that's today's What's Up Dave. I might shift over to the Mac and then do the actual planning for the day. But I thought I would make this bonus one and just see if the PC setup was up to snuff on things. So thanks for watching. I'll check in a little bit later, do some planning, and hope you're having a good day.